everybody! Just as promised, now we get to uncover the archives of television's Ultimate Dragons adventure that was aired on Cartoon Network. And also, P.S., after this, I have one more season to go before I get the chance to see How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World coming out this March, nearly 6 months from now. Yo, what's up everybody, D to the S here. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the Cartoon Network series that starts before the events of Race to the Edge on Netflix, Dragons, Riders of Berk. After Hiccup discovered that dragons can be trained, which takes place after the events of the first How to Train Your Dragon movie, the Isle of Berk appears to be safe until its residents realize how many dragons there actually are. Now they battle against enemies as they explore worlds they never dreamed existed. Also, the relationships between Hiccup, his friend Astrid, his pet dragon Toothless, and his father Stoic the Vast, once again played by Nathan Drake himself from the Uncharted series Nolan North, will be further expanded upon. Now keep in mind guys, this is the very first season of the Dragons television series that ever existed. Because at the time when me and my family saw the first How to Train Your Dragon film on my little brother's birthday about 8.5 years ago, we never expected a television series to either work as a standalone TV series or to ever happen at all. And at the time, I never got into watching it at first. But then when I decided to review all 6 seasons of the Netflix series, check out those reviews if you want, now I said to myself, why haven't I watched the Cartoon Network series that all my life? And now here we are. I know they're currently re-airing episodes on Universal Kids, and I watched a few episodes of the show on Universal Kids, but then I thought to myself, you know what? Watching the show on a website for free full episodes called Kids Cartoon is the best way to watch on my own, by myself. Anyways, now that I got a little sidetracked sounding too much like a shameless plug, let's discuss on some of the elements that really shine in the show. First off, the CG animation may start off rough since it was a bit dated at the time. But then, as the show went on, it starts to get better and better, so kudos to DreamWorks on that. Same with the cinematography. Well, in most cases it gets better. But for some of the swooping camera shots in terms of high-flying action, as exciting and action-packed as it is, I'll get to that later, but some of the swooping camera shots in terms of editing is a bit choppy. Other than that, it is not enough to call this show crap or anything, so pipe down, haters out there. Now, as for the voice acting performance, I'll get to the certain characters that we'll bring up in a moment, but for me, it was well paid off. They did a great job at bringing the characters that we know and love to life. Stoic was very interesting and entertaining to watch. Astrid still remains one of my favorite animated females of all time. The relationship between Toothless and Hiccup still remains one of the strongest man's best friend chemistries this whole franchise has to offer. And the villains are very threatening than in the Netflix series. No offense to Netflix, but I'm just saying. Anyways, every single actor and actress voicing their roles did a gosh darn job at doing so. Keep that up. Even the story and plotline in terms of execution was way better than the Netflix series. Sometimes when we get to one certain moment of tension, it never shies away from it. Even when we get to an action sequence to set the story up, it gets really interesting and action-packed, and that's what I want. Keep up the momentum, guys. But sometimes, not all the time thankfully, but sometimes the action sequences come to a stop to make room for some annoying kitty jokes and awkward moments that I can never stop facepalming about the fact that the twins still annoy me to this very day. If you guys are new to my channel, if you've watched every single review of Dragons Race to the Edge, you know how I always despise the twins in the show. They're my all-time least favorite characters in this entire series as a whole. Snotlout as well, because whenever there's a moment where he tends to show off and starts flexing his muscles, yeesh, even I feel uncomfortable doing it myself since I'm flabby on the arms.
Those are sensitive in the flabby parts.
But that's my statement. It gets both me as a viewer and the characters in the show itself uncomfortable. And each time he does it, I'm like, dude, will you stop boasting about yourself all the time? Thomas the Tank Engine found that the hard way, just so you know. Wrong franchise, I know. But that's how I do it on my channel. I like making little references of stuff that I watched from my childhood memories. So deal with it. It's just how I am as a human being. Anyways, other than that, that, in the end, I thought Dragons Riders of Berk was a better show compared to the Netflix series. I mean, it's not Netflix's fault for that. It's the twins that ruined it for me. This show, on the other hand, the action was exciting, the characters were more fleshed out, and the animation, sure, it started out rough, but it gotten better as it progressed. And that's an excellent improvement on a technical standpoint. So as a result, I rate Riders of Berk 4.5 stars out of 5. Again, no offense to Netflix, I like that show as well, but I'm just saying this is way better. I highly recommend it. So Dragons, Riders of Berk, that aired on Cartoon Network. Have you seen every episode? If you have, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Was it a fire-breathing good time? Was it mildew-inducing, played by Stephen Root? See what I did there? Anyways, answers down below, please. Also, if you like this video and you want to see some more, make sure that like button shines in your face. That'll totally help me out a ton. Also, share that video with your family and friends and favorite it. That's a very good way to show support for this review. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell right next to you so you can be notified of future videos that I have in store for you. And also follow me on Stardust so you can catch early reactions of movies, TV shows, and trailers. I'll put the link of it below in the description so you can download the app for yourself. But until then, I'll see you next time. Peace out.